because this is the spot of the river court from One Tree Hill, and there's only one Tree Hill, and it is your home. After having a quick breakfast at the hotel, it was off for the day's adventure. All right, so took a little bit to get out, but we are pulling up to what was Brooke Davis's house here in Wilmington. This is the really rich people section of the town. Holy crap, these houses are gorgeous. This one.
Okay. The destination is on your right. Arrived.
So we're gonna pull right here. We're gonna get some quick video and things, and we'll be back in just a moment. So here we are at Brooke Davis's house. It's even more gorgeous in person, in all honesty, but it's cool to think that this was it. And again, this is like the rich person area of the thing, so of course it's very fitting for Brooke Davis to have been living here. We'll get a quick selfie video here. Are you getting a picture of me with it? All right, well here, let's do this. Get a video of you getting your picture of me. Do you want?
I want to get a picture of you.
Last time we were here, we were able to go up the steps. The steps were open. And then there are tours available, as you see up on the sign up there. And if you could really see, all the way up there on the door, it does have the Trick logo. Now everything's closed right now. It's rainy. There's probably nothing going on. We might look into it, see if there's anything maybe later today or first thing tomorrow before we leave, but there probably won't be anything. But it's still pretty cool that this is where, you know, a lot, like basically all the nightclub stuff, and I believe they filmed a little bit inside. I don't think they did a whole lot because I think that was just a set. I could be mistaken on that. But, yeah. On to the next place. After taking a couple extra pictures of the Trick location, and we found out that we didn't have time to hit any of the tours the following day, by the way, so there was your follow-up to that, unfortunately. But we did make it to the exterior of Lucas Scott's house, Karen Rowe's house as well, from One Tree Hill. It took us a little bit because parking is atrocious at this particular location, and we found out that actually the house is for sale. So we looked into it, not necessarily within our price range, of course, but we did park a little bit down the way, and what I was pointing out there a moment ago was some signs that said, you know, please respect our privacy, don't come onto our property, things like that. So we do have just some pictures and video of the outside of the two of us. So here's a little bit of that before we moved on to the next location. After taking a little bit of pictures and video outside of Karen and Lucas's house, we made it to another one of the more interesting exterior type of shots.
And here we have a nice twofer. This one's pretty interesting because this is Peyton's house. And then what a lot of people don't necessarily know is that's Haley's house right over there. So let's get a couple here. And then there is someone parked. It looks like they're home. So we don't necessarily want to bother too much. But this one right over here is Haley's. So that's kind of cool. Obviously they didn't film them. They weren't neighbors necessarily in the show. I always like when that sort of thing happens. This is not the first time we know of something like that. We didn't get to see the other one when we were down in Georgia, but just knowing that when they do stuff like that, just to make it a little bit easier, pretty cool, pretty interesting.
Location, we did get some of this brick road, just random brick road, as we were on our way back to the downtown area. Thought it was really cool, so had Mom get a little bit of video of it.
So the last time we were here, we ran into this problem because this college campus was the filming location for the high school, Tree Hill High. But we couldn't find the correct spot for it. And we wondered if maybe they redid some stuff. Because this really looks to be it. But would they have just inverted it? Did they build something out? If anybody out there can answer these questions, please let me know in the comments below, because it's frustrated me ever since, because that looks like it could have been it, but it was at the other. Okay, so yeah, I just found a video that says that they did change some stuff, but this here is still remains part of it. But yeah, so this was the main, at least it's still up and whatever, the main spot from the Whitey Durham Field House, aka the main, not River Court, but the other main basketball spot. So after like 4 floors and 1,000 different things that say public parking, we finally found a spot to park more here in like the downtown area. So we're gonna go to a couple different other filming locations. All right, so we're actually, as we're walking up the street here, we're literally coming out at the corner where Karen's Cafe was, as well as Baker Man by the end, spoiler alert. But hopefully if you're a fan, you're watching this and you know. And if not, go watch the show. It's a good show. So we'll try to get some pictures and videos and things like that. Coming up right here, Karen's Cafe. There's even a Karen's Cafe sticker in the window there. I don't know if you see it. There's shirts and things over in the window there. both of these spots. Karen's Cafe, Baker Man by the end. So this is what we saw over across the street. They have the Scott, the Karen's Cafe, and the COB, and they proudly talk about the fact that they are the home of Karen's Cafe. All these years later. That's pretty cool. This street is just wonderful. Like, I remember when we were here a little bit the last time, and it was just overall just such a cool thing. There's the bookstore that we went to the last time that we'll probably want to hit again. Mom commented on the fact that the last time we were here, college wasn't in session. So there's a lot more people and a lot less parking this time. Well, since we're right here, do we want to go to the bookstore?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just cross.
Yeah.
Do they have a?
I don't know. I don't know what you would do there. But the red building is what the Waffle House was.
And there's a place we parked the last time.
Yeah.
But you liked it because it had a lot of space in the beginning at the front, so you didn't have to back up too much.
Yep. But this is the park. Bijou Park. Some cool murals. Art stuff. There's even the logo they've painted on the building there. Little art piece back there.
And it says here, it's where the Bijou Theater used to be. It says it was Wilmington's first movie theater when it opened as a tent on this site in 1906. James Foxy Howard and C.W. Wells, two veteran theatrical performers, formed the Howard and Wells Amusement Company, leased this lot from J.W. Murchison, and began showing movies in a tent. The tent version of the Bijou, with sawdust on the ground, held a screen and some 300 folding chairs. The theater is reputed to be the first permanent moving picture theater in North Carolina. On May 30th, 1912, the new Bijou Theater opened its doors to the public. Over the next 40 years, it played host to the popular movies and serials of the day. By the 1950s, the popularity of television began to reduce movie audiences, and the Bijou closed its doors for the last time on May 29th, 1956. The building was torn down in 1963, and all that remains is a small piece of the colorful tile floor with the name Bijou on it. Which is where? Where to find it?
It may not be out here.
Oh, there's a reconstruction in progress.
Yeah.
So they're fixing it. But that's pretty cool.
Then we made our way into the bookshop. We had visited this place the last time. Ended up having a lovely conversation with, I believe it's the shop owner. But there is just like miles of books. It's so incredible to see. Like the video here doesn't even do it justice. And it's not just books, by the way. There's books. There's one of the things, spoiler alert for an upcoming video, we bought a puzzle. There's this jukebox, but it's actually like a book jukebox. They have some early copies of things. They have multiple printings of things, and it was just, it's so cool. I believe it's Books on Front Street. Check it out if you're ever in like the downtown Wilmington area. Absolutely, highly, highly, highly recommend. left the bookstore down the street, we saw some funny signs, we saw some more exterior filming locations, and some of the places were even shops that we went into until we got to our next spot, which is but isn't a filming location.
So here we come up to Nathan and Haley's table. So what happened is this was actually at another location, and it was eventually moved and put here for good. But this spot, as soon as Mom moves out of the way, very, very, very iconic in the world of One Tree Hill and in the fandom of One Tree Hill.
After we got some pictures of ourselves at the bench, we also took video and picture of the fact that right across the way was where we were the day before, the River Court and the USS North Carolina. So I wanted to make sure to get that. Mom wanted to get a picture of herself with the water as well as the ship in the background, so we took a couple of those. We ended up getting one of me before we saw some other interesting art installations as we went for a nice leisurely stroll back to the car before going to the next place that we wanted to stop at.
All right, one of the last places that we're stopping is the iconic bridge from the show, from the opening of the show. Now, if you've seen pictures from when we were here last time, you'll know that there's a lot of graffiti here. A lot of One Tree Hill related graffiti. But this is the bridge from the opening where Lucas is dribbling the basketball on his way home. Because in reality, these are just a couple streets over from where the thing is. So Scott Brothers, Naley Forever, Forever and Always, oth-music.com. I guess we'll have to check that out. We Love Chris Keller, Always and Forever, Nanny Deb plus Grandpa Skills, James Lucas Scott, Go Brook Yourself, Daddy Dan. Mom, it was over here. I'm literally looking at it. We got a picture of us with this the last time we were here. There's only one Tree Hill, and it's your home. And when you find yourself lost in the darkness and despair, remember, it's only in the black of the night you see the stars. Coach Whitey. But here we see, from start to finish, the bridge.
As she did the entire trip, Mom got some really cool sort of behind the scenes pictures and things. Some of myself, some of just her perspective on things. So here are a couple of those before we got the really cool chance to recreate something.
So the last time we got a picture of us with this right here. So we recreating that. I think we were on the opposite sides, but it doesn't matter. Everything literally all over this bridge. Again, not necessarily the worst thing, but this is pretty cool bridge. Let's get a shot from over here.
town, we went to a restaurant that is a regional place in the Carolinas, things like that, called Highway 55. Very 1950s diner themed, really cool spot. I'd never heard of it, but we saw it. We decided to give it a shot. Got my classic chicken tenders, as you see there, milkshakes, things like that, and then we wrapped it up for the night to head out on the road the next day, and you'll see that in the next video. Thanks for watching, as always.